Welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jason McNeil. Now today on the show, we're going to talk about the new sex ed curriculum for Ontario schools. I'm not going to get into much of the details about the sex ed curriculum, other than that it's 300 pages and most of the people arguing about it haven't read it to begin with. But I want to talk about why it's being rolled out the way it's being rolled out and what exactly it does represent, because there is ulterior motives here with the Liberal Party, but I don't think these ulterior motives are sexualizing your kids or turning your kids gay or any of the things that we're actually discussing right now. I'm going to explain to you why that is. When it was first rolled out in 2012, there was opposition. People pushed back and people said things like it's too early, and there was, all kinds of, whether it be religious or whether it just be, my social beliefs or whatever, there was pushback. And the Liberal government, rather than take their minority government and try to, get the opposition on side and make whatever arrangements or amendments needed to be made and have a frank discussion on something that's a very sensitive topic, they didn't choose to do that. They didn't choose to go after those votes. They chose to just put it on the back burner, say, you know what, we don't have time for this. There's elections coming up and things like this. This is not that important. Let's put it back here. All right. So forward 2 years, and we have a government that's just plagued by scandal. They've wasted billions here and billions there. They've lied through their teeth. Every file seems to be falling on its ass. And here we have this piece of legislation that we can roll out. Now we have a majority government and nothing can be done. Nobody can say anything. We can just put it out. It doesn't have to be discussed. So we'll roll it out now. And the media seems to want to play along, and they say, hey, you know what, we have this feed for the fishes. Let's throw the piranhas some food and watch them bicker and fight. And here's what our leader does. Okay, our leader, Kathleen Wynne, she stands up and makes a statement, a definitive statement saying, you know what, some of the opposition to our sex ed curriculum is based in homophobia. Now, where does she get this information from? From Twitter, from Facebook. I get that there's homophobic people on Facebook and Twitter and that they make comments regarding, all forms of political files and what's going on. What I don't want is my leader to address those people exclusively and act as if those are the people that she needs to be speaking to. They are not. There are people with legitimate concerns. Now, I know people that would support Kathleen Wynne and say, well, she didn't say all of the opposition was homophobic. She didn't call you homophobic. No, but she failed to address any other criticism, didn't she? She said some of it's homophobic, next topic. So what does that make you? It makes you either homophobic or in support of her thing. Now, the reason she does this is to divide us, to make sure that now we're having a discussion about what's homophobic and who's progressive and who's not, and what's this and these. None of this has anything to do with the sex ed curriculum. None of it has to do with the billions of dollars they've wasted. None of it has to do with the lies they told to get elected. None of it has to do with the bribery allegations in Sudbury. Who's a homophobe? Who's not? Well, you can pull your kid out. Okay, if I pull my kid out of class, am I not marginalized now? Am I not the homophobic parent that didn't want my kid to learn these? First of all, even if Ben Levin was involved directly in writing it, he's not a gay man. And the crimes that he committed, while heinous, were on females. So it's more about sexual grooming and normalizing and this type of stuff than it ever had to do with homosexuality. That's just a complete red herring, a straw man, if you will, that she drops in there because in her infinite leadership wisdom, the best thing to do is get people who are uninformed to argue with each other and hate each other, and that's how we're going to maintain power. And quite frankly, it's disgusting. This is what your government is doing to you, and this is what the government is doing with your children, right? You can't change the policy. The policy is coming through. Your kid is going to find out what a penis is from the teacher in grade 1. Get over it. Now, if we get into that, my problem is I think most of the grade 1 kids know what a penis is. People on their high horse want to act like, no other parents are. I teach my kids what a penis is, but your kids don't know. And I think they know. Here's the problem. I don't want my kid being comfortable discussing penises and vaginas with too many adults outside of me and my wife. Let's be real. Yeah, he knows what it is. That's fine. How comfortable should he be when a group of adults is talking about penises? It's time for my kid to leave the room. He's not supposed to become more comfortable. More people shouldn't be talking about that with him. These are the concerns people have. Not that, I don't want my kid to know anatomy. Of course I want my kid to know anatomy. But he shouldn't be calling it a penis until it's ejaculating something, right? It's a pee-pee because it chews pee-pee, right? He's a kid. He should know. This is a red flag word. This is not something that I should be comfortable with and normal with, and it's not something adults should be talking to me about that are not part of my family, or they're not, they're directly related to me in that fashion. Again, this is just how I feel, as it always is. I'd love to know how you feel, and I'd love to hear what you think about the new curriculum. Is it too early? Is it not? It has nothing to do with homophobia. But is it too early to teach kids concepts, 9 years old, let's say, dating concepts? Is that too early? These are legitimate concerns. These are legitimate questions. They still are somewhat irrelevant because the government is rolling this out. So if you really want to make a difference, find another file and let's argue about it, because this is happening. But if you want to discuss it, I'm open to discuss it. And I'd like to know what the concerns are and what people think is a good thing. What are the good things of it? Because having read what I did read, again, it's 300 pages, so most people have not read it. The education minister never read it, right? But having read what I read, most of it is, it's pretty soft core. It's pretty basic. It's oral health, go to the dentist in grade 2. These are things that your kids should know. Are the kids not learning it? Is it a manufactured crisis? I don't know. That's what I would want to discuss. So feel free to email me at averagejoe@cupofjoecanada.com or hit me up on the Twitter at cupofjoecanada.